In this tutorial, we'll discuss the concept of file handling, which is the most important concept that has come into existence since Java 8. So today we'll discuss the objectives of file handling, which is an important concept. So what does file handling constitute? File handling constitute various streams like input stream, output stream, along with file class, along with buffer streams, character streams, and as well as serialization concept. File handling demonstrates how to read from and write to a file in Java. Java.io package contains nearly every class that you need to perform input and output in Java. So just importing java.io package for all the file handling programs is enough in Java. So what does the file class consist of? The basic class in the file handling is file class. What does the file class consist of? It contains several methods for working with the path name, deleting and renaming files, creating new directories, listing the contents of a directory, and determining several common attributes of files and directories. So these are the various things that a file class will consist of. Now file handling discusses about streams. What is a stream? Stream is nothing but sequence of data. There are two types of streams. One is byte stream, which consists of bits, and the other one is character stream, which consists of Unicode characters. So there are two types of streams, byte stream and character stream. Next, we'll see what are the file properties. First of all, how a file is created. A file is created with the help of file constructor. So what does this file constructor takes parameter? Which parameter it takes? It takes string path name. So what is this path name? This is the abstract path name. So this string path name is converted into abstract path name with the help of file constructor. For file, there are two types of paths. One is abstract path name and the other one is absolute path name. Absolute path name is the actual location of the file name. Abstract path name is used by all file handling APIs. So the absolute path name is not disturbed, but the abstract path name is taken by all the file handling APIs. What does this can read method does of file class does? It tests whether the application can read the file. Next, can write. It tests whether the application can modify the file. Next, delete. What does this delete method does? Deletes the file denoted by abstract path name. Next, get absolute path. So this returns the absolute path of the abstract path name of the string. So absolute path is the only method that returns the actual path of the file. Next, exist method. Exist method, as the name itself indicates, it tests whether the file or directory is existing or not. Next, length. It returns the length of the file. Next, list. It returns the array of strings which consists of files and directories in the specified directory. Now, how do you create a directory? You create a directory with the help of mkdir. So the same API is used here, mkdir method. So this creates a directory specified by the abstract path name. So as already discussed, abstract path name is the path name that is referred throughout all the APIs of file and other file handling classes. Next, create new file. So this method, this creates a new file, new empty file, if and only if it is not existing already. Now let's see what are the basic operations on the file. First of all, what is the basic operation? Create a file. Next, get that file information. After creating a file, you get the file information. Next, write to a file and then read from a file. These are the basic operations. Let's see in coding form. First of all, how do you create a file? You create a file with the help of file class. So what is the statement that is used? So how do you create a new file instance? Using file, you can create file instance. So how it is furnished? File my object equal to new file of, you are specifying your abstract path name in the form of string here. See where I want to create the file. I want to create a file in users user documents. In this path I want to create a file. This is abstract path name. Now what is the file name that I want to give? The name of the file is file name itself. Now create new file. So this creates a new empty file if and only if a file with this name does not exist. So if the file is with this name is not existing, then it is going to create. So if my object dot create new file, so it checks for this object. So what this object consists of? This consists of this file name. So it checks whether a file name is existing with this name or not. So if it is not existing, it is going to create. If it is existing, it is going to just retain. That's it. Next, after file is created, we want to know the name of the file. Then how this is furnished? This is furnished with the help of getName method. So system.out.println, after the file is created, will get the name of the file. So what is the name of the file? File name.txt. That means it is a text file. All the textual files can be created with the help of file handling APIs. Now with this the entire program is written. See here, java.io.star is alone sufficient, but I'm specifically writing the types of classes that we are importing. First of all, we are importing file class, and then we are importing IO exception class to handle all the errors. So to handle all the errors, you have to import IO exception class. So public class create file, public static void main, and then you start a try catch block. In the try block, we have to write all the file handling APIs. So first of all, file my object equal to new file. You create abstract path name and you specify the name of the file. Right? So with this file instance is created. Now actually the file is created. So create new file. If the file is not existing, then create. And then you return the name of the file. Otherwise, you directly print file is already existing. So after try block, we have to write a catch block. Why? Because try catch is the exception handling model. So in the catch, what exception we have to catch? We have to catch IO exception and system.out.println, and then a stack trace is printed if any error is there. Next, let me execute this. Before executing, in the documents, let me check whether the name with file is existing or not. So it is existing. I am deleting it. Let me delete it. So I have deleted the file. Now just go to Eclipse. So in the Eclipse, we have written the program that we have discussed just now. And let me run the program. So there are no errors. Let me run the program. So now run as Java application. So what is the file is created with the name filename.txt. Let's go and check the file. So I'm going to the documents part, and then I'm checking that I have found that a file is created and the name of the file is file name itself. Let me open this file. It is empty since we have not written anything to the file and just we have created the file. So this is file. I'm just closing this. We have created a file using Java file handling API. Now, after creating, the next step is writing to a file. First of all, while writing to a file, what is the step that you have to do? We have to open the file. For opening the file, you use this class, file writer class. And I have created an object of it, and I'm using the constructor and I'm specifying the string in the form of abstract path name. So I'm just opening this file that we have created just now. Now I want to write this string into this file writer. So what does this file writer consist of? It consists of a file. with the name file name. So I want to write. What is the method that is used? The method that is used is write. So my writer, because we have to use this object, my writer dot write. So what is the string? Files in Java might be tricky, but it is fun enough. So I'm using this string to be returned to this file, into this file name dot text. After everything is done, just close the file writer. So this entire thing is seen in the program. See here, what are all the things that you're supposed to import? Yeah, because you are writing file writer, you're supposed to import java.io.filewriter, and then exception. For handling exception, which class you are supposed to import? IO exception. Now what is the name of the file? Write to file. And then you start public static void main, and then you start try catch block. In the try catch block, in the try block, you write file writer, my writer equal to new file writer. You specify the path where the file is located. You can specify the abstract path name. Then you write this string, and then you close, and then you just print a message to the user saying that we have successfully wrote to the file. And try catch, you catch the exception, anything if existing. So what is the exception? IO exception. So you just print an error has occurred, and you print whatever error has occurred from the stack trace. Now let me execute the program. So before executing the program, check for the file. See, it is empty, right? Now I go to Eclipse workspace. So what is the name of the file? Write to file. So we have written the code of the this program. So my writer dot write, files in Java might be tricky, but it is fun enough, right? Now let me compile this program and run the program. So I run this program, run as Java application. Previously you have seen that the file is empty. So now successfully wrote to the file. Now just go and check in the document section in the file name, right? So files in Java might be tricky, but it is fun enough. So through Java API, you have wrote the content to the file, right? So this is writing to a file. Now after writing, how to read contents from the file? So for reading, again I use the class file, right? So first of all, file my object equal to, you have to use the same class first of all for creating the file. And if it is already existing, we are trying to open the file. So file name.txt is already existing. So now we are trying to open the file and then read from the file. So for reading, what is the class required? The class is scanner class. So what does this scanner class does? It breaks the input file contents, whatever they are, into tokens. So each and every file content is broken into tokens using a delimiter, which is white space. So wherever white space is found, till that part it is considered as one token. Like that, the entire contents are broken into tokens and then they are read. So for doing all these things, you have to declare the object first. Scanner, my reader equal to new scanner. To this scanner, you pass the file object, my object, right? So now check for lines. You have to read line by line because we wanted to read line by line. We have to check if further lines are there in the file. Now how do we check? My reader. So this is the object of scanner class. My reader dot has next line. So if there is next line, that is what you are checking. If there is next line, then read. Otherwise simply skip. So now if there is next line, has next line, you read that line with the help of next line method. If there is next line, you read that next line with the help of next line method. So these two are the methods. This is boolean. This returns boolean. This returns an integer value, or sorry, string value. This returns string value. So this string value is stored in the data. Next, close the scanner. The entire thing is put in the form of code. Now see, file, you are importing the file class, and file not found exception. So you can import this class also if at all you have to handle file not found errors. And then scanner class, it is from util package. So import java.util.scanner because we are reading through scanner class. So public class read file, the name of the file is read file, and then public static void main. You start a try catch block, and in the try block you create the file or open the file. So file my object equal to new file, and in the documents file name dot text is there. So we are opening that file and we are trying to read input from that file. So for this we require scanner class, and my object is passed here. And if my reader has next line, then you read that line and then you print it. And then after everything is happening, after everything happened, then you close it. So if this returns false, that means there is no further lines, then this while loop will be false and you come out of it. Now you close the scanner because no further content is there. And then if file not found exception is there, you catch it and you print whatever stack content has. So this is how you read from the file. So we have seen today the basic operations. Let me see, check the file name first, what it consists of. So it consists of this content. Files in Java might be tricky, but it is fun enough. Now we are supposed to read that, and we are supposed to print that at the console. Now what is the name of the file? Read file. I'm just opening the read file. I have written all the content here that we have discussed so far, and the same lines are written, and I'm just running this, run as Java application. See, the entire content is displayed at the console itself. Files in Java might be tricky, but it is fun enough. So with the help of Java file API, we are reading the contents of the file. So far we have discussed basic operations like creation, writing to a file, and then reading from file. So in the next tutorial we'll see byte stream as well as character stream and all the APIs related to byte stream and then character stream. Thank you.